Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to the second episode of Cities in Motion 2. Now you remember in the first episode we built this, which is the Majeffrey Central Hub, which is actually in the north, sort of north central part of the city, and it's built on a main road, which could present a few issues. If they do, I'll probably come up with a couple of tricks to get rid of the problems. What we need now is a link to the depots, which, as you remember, are going to be built down here. So, how do I get a road from this area of the city over to this area of the city without interfering with any buildings whatsoever? The answer is a tunnel. Now, the one problem I had is I always had the idea of building a tunnel underneath. The issue I've got is, where do I build it from? Also, tunnels are quite expensive, so I want it to be the shortest route possible. So it goes underground somewhere in this park area here, and then comes out just the other side of this road, and then it'll have a straight line down, maybe a little pathway linking it up there just so it's complete, and then they'll have depots at the side. I'm just going to check how big depots are actually. How big are the monorail depots? See, they're quite big, but if you turn them round, you can actually fit depots like that, which is good. Bus depots, I think you can also fit. Oh yeah, you can fit loads of bus depots. We can have a depot with a depot behind it if we really wanted to. So that's fine then. This area's going to be plenty big enough. We might even be able to have the metro depots over here as well, although that might be asking a little too much. So, my idea is to have one-way roads with no paths, because why do we want paths? No, it's the same price, so it doesn't actually make that much of a difference. But I think something branching off like this and then dropping underground, because I can't do it like this. How do I? That's it. It's been so long since I played this game, I've forgotten some of the controls. Oh, I might actually be able to do it like that. Oh, a bit further down maybe. Slope of the road's too steep. Can I have it like... I can have it like that. Okay, let's try it like this. So where is it I'm going to? Over here. So if I build it like there, how much room have I got to curve it round? Because I want to make that bit as straight as possible. So that's pretty straight. Then I can curve it like that, and then I can build it like that, and then I can have it surface again. Actually no, I want to build that there and then stop, and then I want to go into this, and I want to choose, so how many did I have there? I had 2 lanes, so I want this one. And if I go into underground view and see this here, 1, 2, 3, 4 was it? Or was it 5? It might have been 5 looking at it. Build that like that, and then have that go there, like so. And then have it come out. If I build that one there, and then have it coming out from underground. Haven't got enough space. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it like that, and then have it come straight out to there, and then build a straight line going down. See, I don't want to turn it into that. I want it to stop before the end. So maybe, but for now, let's start it. Let's build it to there, and then if I get a pathway and build that across like that, and then connect it up. Which one is it? That one. So then just connect that onto like that, and then delete that join there. Okay, so that's part 1 done. And as you can see, it ends there abruptly. So what I need to do now is go back into one way, choose this one. It was 5 down, wasn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And build the other side. So I can see I can have it branch off just like this, but I need it to go round the lake. So I need to build a bit there, and then a bit there, and then say a bit there, and then have it come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's not quite how I saw it, but do you know what? That'll do. That will do. So now buses can come in and out, and trolleys can come in and out at both angles without causing too much oh, that's steep. That's a weird... Okay, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. I'm wasting a lot of money here as well, but I've got to make sure it's right, because the theory behind this is to have all of this set up and ready to go, so that once buses and trolleys and trams start running, there won't be too much disruption, and hopefully there won't be too much congestion either, because it will have all been meticulously planned. So I'll put that like that, and then can I curve it round like that? That's slightly better, I suppose. Does that look better? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Can't be absolutely precise at this point. Right, so now we've got a connection to the depots. And again, this is quite a steep slope. But then that bit's not too important. Right, so now we've got to put depots in. And actually, if I have... Oops, where am I going? Over here. Tram lines. If I put tram lines in... So I could actually have a tram depot at this end. It's a question of, do I want to do that or not? And at this moment in time, I don't think I do. So that's going to be a no. But what I do want is a bus depot. So a large bus depot. We'll stick one of them in. See, again, I can have that at the end like this, if it will let me straighten it out. Like there. But then it's a question of what I think a trolley stop is going to be the best bet there, because then the wires don't have steep curves, they can just come straight out and get on with it. So I think a bus depot, I think one there, and then another one opposite it. In fact, you know what, I'm going to put that one there, and then I'm going to demolish the first one that I put in, which is really... It's another waste of money, I know, but what can you do? Right, so this is not going to be called Bus Depot 2, it's going to be called MCH Bus Depot. I don't know why I put S, I meant to put a D. MCH Bus Depot, there we go. It hasn't got any buses in it yet, but it will do very shortly. We have another side mission that's come up as well. Wants us to build 3 lines and transport 120 students. We'll accept that one. We can easily build 3 lines, it's just the students part that we might have trouble with. But what we want to do now is actually build some stops and try and get a bus line going. So we want to build simple stops now because they're cheap and simple to do. And I know I said about remodeling this road, but I think actually... I'll ignore it for now. We got this road here though, so let's use this. Let's do a simple line. So it'll come straight up here. We'll have another stop, let's say there. We're going to try and do it so that the circles just about are separate. So one there's good. And we'll have another one there. This one might have to be a little bit separated because of the junction here, but we'll have one there. And once we get to the end here, ideally we want to come back, but this one is too close. You see the circles overlap by quite a lot. So I think we can't go over to this one because it's wrong way. So we'll have to come over, let's come over here actually. So let's build a stop at the top here. These ones will overlap. See, there's a tiny little bit of overlap there, but that's fine, that's not a problem. And then again there'll be a bit of a gap because of the way the junctions work out. So we'll have one there. Again there's a gap, but we'll have one there. And I think we can get maybe 2 more in. So one there. I might go this way. So again there's a bit of an overlap, but that's not too much of an issue. So we'll have one there, we'll have one there, and then we'll come over this side. So we'll have one here, and then we'll have one here, and then we'll have one there. So that's an idea for a first line. There's a little bit short distance between these two stops here, a lot shorter than the distance between these ones here, but that shouldn't be any bit of a problem whatsoever. Right, now is the fun part. We get to put a new line in. Now this is just me. This doesn't have to be you guys. This is just the way I like to do things. You can see that the buses are blue, the trolleys are purple, the trams are red, metro is green, water bus is yellow, and the monorails, which are new for me as well as to you guys, are orange. I basically went on colour charts and looked up as many different shades of blue, purple, red, green, and originally yellow. Didn't have orange at the time. I looked up as many different colours of them, as many different shades. And the first one I always call bus lines. I've never used this shade of blue in my life. I've never even knew it existed until I look it up. But this is the cobalt line. And yeah, there's not really much more to say about it. It's the cobalt line. It's a shade of blue. I've checked on, I think it's 10 different colour charts, and it appears on all of them, so I assume that makes it accurate. Just looking at the steepness of this slope again, blimey. And how close it is to the water as well. If there was ever a leak, that's that road taken care of, and that's probably this one taken care of as well. The reason I've actually put these depots so far away, and actually the main reason I moved this bus depot onto this side, is so that if there's a queue of vehicles waiting to get into the depot, because you can see there's only 20 allowed in this bus depot at one time. So eventually buses will be queuing down this stretch of road here. If I put the depot on this side, the idea is to have trolley wires running down the middle bit here, and if that's going on, it means that trolleys can't go down here because buses waiting to turn left will be sat in this lane. Whereas if they're waiting to turn right, they'll be sat in this lane, and therefore they can still get into this depot and the trolleys can still go straight through the middle. So yeah, that's all good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the stops in first. So we're going to have the depot first, obviously. And then because of where it's coming out, I'm going to have that as the first stop. And then I'm going to have this one, this one, this one, and this one. It's quite long actually. It feels really short when you're building it, and then you go to put the lines in and you suddenly realise how long it actually is. I've got these ones here. This is almost like a city centre shuttle kind of bus line. So it doesn't go anywhere, but at the same time it goes to all the places where you need it to. Is that really the next one all the way down there? No, it's not, is it? I had one there, that's right. That's going to annoy me. I'm going to have to put it in, but that's going to annoy me. I can tell already. I like my bus lines to be a bit more uniform than that. So we've got one there, and we're going to have one here, one there, the final one there, and then back to the depot. Now you can see, not enough vehicles. That's not a problem for now. We're going to get rid of that to get rid of the blue line. I just want to check something underground for a second, actually, because it looked as though they put traffic light. They have put. Why have they put traffic lights on? I don't need traffic lights. So that's something else I'm going to do here is get rid of these traffic lights, especially when there's no pedestrians going down this road at all, or at least there shouldn't be. If there is, they've gone wrong somewhere. They've taken a wrong turning. So we're going to get rid of all the traffic lights so that buses should be able to run freely from one bit to the other, like so. Right, now we are going to timetable. Now timetabling can be fun, but at the same time it can be annoying. It very much depends. I'm just going to get rid of these traffic lights quickly as well. It very much depends on the kind of city you've got, the kind of systems that you've got, and sort of, if you're someone like me as well, I like to see lots of buses and that running around, so I try and make it as frequent as possible, but I also try and do it so I don't lose money. So you've got to factor all these different things in. So weekdays, I start my weekday sessions at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I shall explain why in a minute. And I end them at 5 o'clock, which is 1700 on a 24-hour clock, like so. Now, if you do the quick maths, you can work out that that's 7 hours. Therefore, actually that doesn't really add up at all. That's not what I wanted. Let's do 9:30 to 5:30. So that's now 6 hours. That's better. So now I can do an interval of 2 hours. So there'll be 3 buses travelling in this time zone. Morning rush. That's going to start at 7 and it's going to end at 9:30. There we go. And I can have a bus running every half an hour. Like that. So in that period of time, there will be 5 buses? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 buses running in that time. Evening rush, you can see this ends at 5:30. That's what time my evening rush hour is going to start. Oops, didn't want to do that. And morning rush is 2.5 hours. Therefore, evening rush is going to be 2.5 hours. So that it takes it to. That's 2 hours. That's 2.5 hours. And again, a bus every half an hour. And then my night time. So this ends at 2000. This starts at 700. So my night time goes from 2000 to 700. And I'm saying it in that so that I don't get confused. Like that. And if I do some quick maths, that's 3 and that's 10. So that's 10 hours in that gap. Does that sound right? 10 hours? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 10 hours. So 1 every 2.5 hours means that you get 4 buses during that time frame. That sounds about right to me. And then weekends, well, the morning rush starts at 7 and the evening rush ends at 8. So that's what time my weekend buses are going to run from. 7 till 8. In fact, no, that's not. Let's do 10. In fact, no, let's do 11. Like that. And then that is 16 hours. So I can do a bus every 4 hours. And that's 4 buses throughout the day. That's not a bad place to start. So I'm going to OK that. You'll notice I kept vehicle size at any, because I don't know what type of vehicles are going to be running from this depot yet. What we're going to do now is open up the list and have a look. So we want to start with some buses that are cheap to run but have got pretty decent capacity and a good service quality. And the first one I can see here is the Sternberger Pro Terra, which I believe is a Steam DLC. There's not many others I can see that are as good, because they're only 1,000 each. Maintenance requirement is good, it's in green. Diesel consumption is also very good, it's the second lowest, I think. It is. The only one that's lower is this one, the Toyota Hayuka, which I assume is a parody of a Toyota. But as you can see, this only has 10 seats, whereas this has 16 seats, and it's also got 10% better service quality. So I'm going to buy 10 of these. Oh, actually I could buy more than 10. Used to just be 10. I'm going to buy 20 of these. That's going to set me up for the next bus line that I'm going to build as well. So this is now completed, this bus line, and we've also got a bus depot in place and 20 buses waiting to go. So the next time the clock ticks around to a bus departure time, we'll see a bus come into this area, pick up passengers, and off she goes. You see here it says not connected to track. That will be sorted soon when we put the trolley and tram lines in. But in the meantime, guys, it is time to end this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.